Guys, welcome back to our channel. So guys, today we are read Word Power Mad Easy book. So yesterday I read this book previous page, so today I read this book next page. So let's get started. So today I am starting reading from here, page number 111. So how grammar changes. If you think that grammar is an exact science, get ready for a shock. Grammar is a science, all right, but it is more inexact. There are no inflexible law, no absolutely hard and fast rule, no unchanging principles. Correctness varies with the time and depends much more on geography, on social class, and on collective human caprice. That one, the restriction found in textbooks in mathematics, which is an exact science. 5 and 5 make 10 the world over. There are no two options on the matter. We are dealing, so far as we know, with a universal and indisputable fact. In grammar, however, since the facts are highly susceptible to change, we have to keep an eye peeled of trends. What are educated people saying these days? Which expressions are generally used and accepted on educated level? Which others are more or less restricted to the less educated level of speech? The answer to these questions indicate the trend of uses, and if such trend come into conflict with academic rules, then the rules are no longer of any great importance. Grammar follows the speech habit of the majority of educated people, not the other way around. That that is the important point to keep in mind. The following notes on correct trend in modern uses are intended to help you come to decision about certain controversial expressions as you read each sentence. Pay particular attention to the italicized word or words. Does the use square with your own language pattern? Would you be willing to paraphrase your thoughts in such terms? Decide whether the sentence is right or wrong. Then compare your conclusion with the options given following the test. Test yourself. Let's keep the between you and I, right or right wrong. 5 and 5 is 10, right wrong, right. Every one of the sisters are unmarried. Every one of the sisters are unmarried, wrong. Do you prophesy another world war? Prophesy another world war, not sure, right or wrong. Leave go to me, wrong. If you expect the eventually succeed, you must keep trying, right. Let's keep this between you and I. Wrong. Children are so frequently corrected by parents and teachers when they say me that they cannot be blamed if they begin to think that this simple syllable is probably the naughty word. Dialogues such as the following are certainly typical of many households. Mother, can me and Johnine go out and play? No dear, not until you say it correctly. You mean May, Johnine and I go out to play. Who wants an apple? Me. Then use the proper word. The children come a little confused at the point. There seem to be so many proper and improper words. Me, please. No dear, not me. Oh, I, please. This sounds terrible to a child's ear. It completely violates this sense of language, but he does want the apple, so he grudgingly confirms, who broke my best vase? It was not me. It is good English, Johnny. Okay, but honest mum, I want me, I don't even touch it. And so if the child is strong though enough to survive such constant correction, he decides that whenever there is room of doubt, it is safest to say I. Some adult conditioned in childhood by the kind of misguided censorship detailed, there are likely to believe that between you and I is the more elegant form of expression, but most educated speaker obeying the rule that preposition governs the object pronoun say between you and me. 5 and 5 is 10, right? But don't jump to the conclusion that 5 and 5 are 10 is wrong. Both verbs are equally acceptable in the or any similar construction. If you prefer to think of 5 and 5 as a single mathematical concept, say is if you find it more reasonable to consider 5 and 5 a plural idea, say or use whichever verb has the greater appeal to you sense of logic. Every one of his sisters are unmarried. Wrong are the perhaps the more logical word, since the sentence implies that he has more than one sister and they are all unmarried in educated speech. However, the tendency is to make the verb agree with the subject, even if logic is volatile, volatile in the process, and the better choice here would be is agreeing, agreeing with the singular subject, everyone. Do you perhaps another word war? Wrong use profancy only when the mean predictions mean prediction a noun. When you mean predict a verb, as in the sentence, use profancy. This destination is simple and foolproof. Therefore, we probably say his profancy prediction turned out to be true, but he really seemed able to profancy predict political trends. There is a distinction also in the pronunciation of these two words. Profancy is pronounced prophecy is pronounced prophecy. Leave go for me. Wrong on the less sophisticated level of speech. Leave is a popular substitute for let on educated level of the following distinction is carefully observed. Let's mean allow, leave mean depart. There are a few idiomatic exceptions to the rule, but they present no problem. Let's me go is preferable to leave me go even on the most informal of occasions. If you expect to eventually succeed, you must keep trying, right? But with reservation we have here in case you are puzzled an example of the notorious bugbear of academic grammar, the split infinitive. An infinitive is a verb preceded by to, succeed, to fail, to remember. Splitting an infinitive is not at all difficult. You need only insert a word between the two and the verb to eventually succeed, to completely fail, to quickly remember. Now that you know how to split an infinitive, the important question is it illegal to do so? Although it is common even among good writers, it is disliked by many people and so should be avoided if possible. However, there are some instances in which it is clearly more effective or more ambiguous to split the infinitive than not. Compare. He failed to completely understand the problem, meaning the part understood with. He failed to understand the problem completely, meaning he did not begin to understand it. So guys, today we are start page number 111 and page number 113. So we read 3 pages of this book. So video was very long, 17 minutes 52 seconds right now our time. So we of the video, so please like our channel, subscribe. Thank you.